All righty, welcome to the call today for all meeting leaders in and throughout Networking Today. So glad to have everybody on today's call. I am working to just mute everyone, but just in case something goes awry on my end, if you don't mind, please to mute yourself. That would be absolutely wonderful. And that way we can make sure to have a good, clean call with everybody today. And of course, all of you know that these calls are recorded. They're on the website at the Networking Today Meeting Leader Resources page for 2 weeks following today's call, so that in case you couldn't make it, like for example, Indianapolis is having their meeting leader meeting today, and so many of them are not here. So they'll come back and listen to the call at their convenience later on. Not a big deal, no problem. These calls are for all of us to enjoy, but we're going to be covering a lot of things on today's call, so let's jump right to it. Number one, conference call etiquette. This applies no matter whether you're on Networking Today's call or whether you're on any call. This works and is a good set of rules to live by. Mute your phone line, please, if you are unmuted or don't know if you are muted. Don't eat, use the bathroom, yell at the children, answer the door, answer another call, or talk bad about the call host during the call. We'll all appreciate that very, very much, please. Our agenda, we're going to talk about our servant leadership set of practices. We're going to talk about ADT redesign, podcast promo, Fanzuma update, the mentor moment. 6, we're announcing a new membership contest. And just a couple of reminders, and we'll wrap it up with those 7 points. So first, servant leadership is defined by the Center for Servant Leadership as a philosophy and a set of practices that enriches the lives of individuals, builds better organizations, and ultimately creates a more just and caring world. I feel like all of us understand the philosophy part, but where I think that all of us struggle is that set of practices. What is meant by a set of practices that enriches the lives of others? And we've been covering that in the last several calls. And today, well, let me recap. Last week, actually, I got this backwards. I'm so sorry. I got this backwards. I'm just going to fix this real quick. So last week, sorry, guys. Last week's was stewardship. All right. Just get that fixed for those watching. And today's is on listening. Today's is. All right. Good to have someone proof your work, right? Yeah, well, you guys, I know, hopefully will still love me. Anyhow, want to make sure and get that right. So today's is on listening. And I thought this was really good and definitely an area that I'm working on getting better at. But do your members believe that you want to hear their ideas and that you will value them? If last week was on stewardship and we all understand that we have to prepare our organization to make a positive difference in the world with the stewardship and with what we've been given, are we listening to the ideas that our members are sharing? Are we listening to the ideas and do we show value in those ideas? I know I'm not that good at this because I think that I'm running my meeting the right way. Look, even the Bible says that every man is right in his own eyes. So I don't judge anyone for thinking that they're right. I think I'm right. You think you're right. We all think we're right. Here's the thing, though. We all have to do a good job of including our members and making sure that they understand that we think their ideas are valuable. We need to share with them that their ideas may not be something that we do. Their ideas may not be something that we implement, but it doesn't mean that they're less valuable. Please listen to your members. Your members are our members, and we need to make sure that we're listening to them and that we're getting their feedback from them and letting them know that we think what they have to say is valuable. Here's the one thing. You do not want that funnel to dry up. You don't want people to come to you and have it be a situation where they're no longer sharing their ideas with you. You want them to feel included. One of the things I've worked hard at here at Networking Today, from the very get-go, at the outset of us launching outside of Knoxville, we were inclusive. I set up a round table of advisors. I had a board of advisors that I pulled together. What we did was we met and we talked about the ideas, the compensation, what Networking Today would look like, what type of organization we would. I had an attorney in the room, and I had a CPA in the room, and I had a marketer in the room, and I even had a faith-based person in the room to make sure that we were on the right path. I am saying to each and every one of us that we need to make sure that our members believe that we want to hear their ideas and that we value them. And that is a practice you can put in place in your meeting, in your business, and even at home, where everyone feels valuable and they know that their ideas count. And I do believe that it will go and feed to that set of practices that enriches the lives of individuals, builds better organizations, namely that of your networking meeting, and ultimately creates a more just and caring world. So listening is your tip of the week as far as the set of practices to put in play for your servant leadership spirit in your meeting. I believe if you listen, it might be that they would listen to us more, right? If we do more listening to them, maybe they would do more listening to us. All right. Anyway, reciprocation plays a key in there. But that is today's tip. I hope it helps you move forward. All right. So the relaunch of ADT is coming soon. I would like all meeting leaders to hold off on promoting advanced development teams anymore. If you're using the advanced development team slide in your opening presentation, please stop. It's not going away, but we are going to be making some changes. And that relaunch is going to happen, I'm hoping, in the month of June. We're working on some things to improve that, and so that it is really something that helps our members. Right now, we've had a slow start getting off. I think people are struggling to understand exactly what it is. And so we're going to help try to answer that question. Look, the truth is we can have the best educational system on planet Earth, but if none of our members join, then it isn't helping anyone. And we've launched advanced development teams. We've gotten out here. We've told people about it, but very few people have joined. And I think the reason is our messaging is a little bit wrong and our delivery is a little bit wrong. So we're making some tweaks. I don't really want you to promote it as that we've done it something wrong. As meeting leaders, I'm saying this to you behind the closed curtains here. Okay. Once we're out in the public eye and our membership eye, I want you just let them know that actually what I want you to do, I don't want you to let them know anything. I just want you to stop promoting it. For your information, we will be relaunching it next month. But for their information, I think if you just simply stop promoting it, that's all that's needed. All right. So no big deal. In fact, my advanced development team, just to be quite honest with you, is probably the best meeting that I have ever been a part of as far as a mastermind roundtable. My group has just fed me, and it's been wonderful. And I know advanced development teams will be wonderful for everybody else as well, but we're fixing some things in messaging and going to relaunch. So hold tight on any ADT communications. Don't promote it within the meeting at all if you don't mind. Just don't say anything at all. Just remove the slide and move on. Don't promote it. And I'll bring you guys information first, hopefully on the next call in 2 weeks as to what that's going to look like. The NTI Global Podcast, I want you to get signed up. We had Caitlin White join us from Indianapolis on this last week's call, and on this last week's podcast, and it was fantastic. The audio was great. The recording was great. Loved having Caitlin on. We talked about her business. We talked about what's happening in the Indianapolis area, all the great growth. There are 8 meetings now going on in Indianapolis as we grow in and around Indianapolis. But I want you guys are meeting leaders, and I want you on the podcast. I invite you to come and join me. If you go to the website or you go to the mobile app, and touch the podcast button on the app, or click the podcast link up at the top on the homepage of the website, then there's a registration page where you can register to join me at the podcast. I want you to do that. I'm already booked up 2 months. So if you will, please sign up today. Do it today. Don't procrastinate. Don't say I'll get to that tomorrow unless you're putting it on your calendar. Go there even right now while we're on the call. Go to the website. Get signed up so I can interview you and learn about your business, what's happening in your meeting, what's working in your meeting, and all of that good stuff. All right? Please get signed up. I don't want to beg, but I guess I will if I have to. Please, 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 please sign up. As meeting leaders, I want to interview you. I want to promote your meeting on the podcast. I want to promote your business on the podcast. And together we can help make it really, really wonderful. And I just had such a fun time interviewing Caitlin, and I think that all of you will love that podcast. Now, some of you are wondering, Rich, where is the podcast? Well, I've stacked 5 podcasts in a row intentionally so that we can try to get traction on iTunes. Okay, we'll be rolling those out here very, very, very soon. My goal is this week, actually, to start rolling those out, getting them on the website, getting them out in iTunes, getting them on into SoundCloud, and getting them into the app as well. So make sure to plug into what we're doing on these podcasts. I think you're going to love it. Fanzuma update. Now for this, I'm going to get out of the PowerPoint. I'm going to show you guys something. If I go to Fanzuma, now not all of you are using Fanzuma, but you need to be. It is a requirement to use Fanzuma. All of your members need to be in Fanzuma, getting your text and your emails. If you don't know how to use Fanzuma, please go watch the tutorial at your convenience, anytime, day or night. All right, go watch the tutorial, learn some of the language. When you use your username and password to sign in, and you come in here, say that we look at Brentwood, for example. Brentwood here has 2 meeting clubs, okay? One, the top one, is for members, and there's going to be some visitors in there as well. But the second one is for the visitor host system. What I want to do is I want to come in here to, let's say Brentwood, okay? If I come into Brentwood, Tennessee, and I'm here in what we call the admin panel, and I scroll down, we've added the capability to delete and or edit your fans. So take a look at this one where Jennifer Thompson somehow is in here 3 times. We don't want that, okay? So I'm going to delete the weekly, and I'm going to delete this weekly, okay? And see, now I've got the capability to manage my fan list. And somehow, man, there's quite a few people in here that are in here multiple times. I'm going to have to work on that. Fanzuma is not supposed to allow duplicates. So that's a little alarming to me. I'll make sure and check that out. But you can click on edit on Kristen. And if you need to change email address, you need to fix a last name, you need to correct a phone number, whatever you need to do, you can change email, text, or both, active or inactive, and the frequency. Everyone should just be daily, okay? So just hit update on that. If you're going through your fans, everybody should just be made daily. Excuse me, that's how that should work. So see Ed here, he signed up the right way, but he only wants emails. Perfect. If Ed came to me and said, Rich, I want to also receive text messages, I could add that feature right here for him. But I'm going to go ahead and mark daily because everyone in here should be a daily subscriber. Now, what you can do is you can change this to 100, and you can just go through here and edit your list, you know, if you want to. But notice that the Brentwood location only has 27 fans, okay? 27 fans. Well, you need to come in here and add your other members, okay? If you have members that are not in here, they should be in here. So you need to invite them to get subscribed. The other thing that we've changed you guys are going to notice that there's 27 fans here total that have subscribed to the Brentwood location, but only 25 are available to receive a broadcast, 25 of them. That is because some of these people are on weekly and they're, quote, locked out. Well, everyone needs to be available, but if you click new message or duplicate a message from last week or whatever, then only 25 of your 27 subscribers are going to receive that message if you sent it today. All right. So that's how that works a little bit. All right. 25 available fans. So we've moved this. It used to be buried down here, and now we put it up in this section here. I hope that makes sense to you. If not, make sure to reach out to me. This is a really nice feature that we've been working very hard at adding, and you need to make sure that your list is current. All right. And then furthermore, you can come back into your account. You can go back into Brentwood and you can edit your visitors. Now notice that her visitors only have 4 fans. That either means that your visitor host is not entering your visitors, or that means you don't have any visitors. Your visitors are gold. See, and actually this is, it's interesting. I'm showing you this because this is all test. This means Brentwood is not entering any. We did the CIT was to test the system a long time ago. This means that Brentwood is not entering their, I'm gonna have to call the Brentwood location, aren't I? They're not entering any of their visitors into the visitor host system because I know they have visitors. So this is indicative that either the visitor host has not been trained or the meeting leader is something's going wrong, or they're not getting new visitors. Either way, it's a problem. So make sure that you're using this, please. All right, going back to it, let me log out of FanZuma. That is a quick FanZuma update. Big feature for those of you that have multiple duplicates like what we had there. Again, FanZuma is not supposed to allow duplicates, but in the event that you have duplicates, use that tool to go through and scrub your list and make sure that it's all correct. All right, and we'll go back into presentation mode. So that's a FanZuma update. I want to talk to you guys really quick for the mentor moment about relaunch. Some of us in our meetings have an attendance that is less desirable. Some of us want to grow. We're not happy with 4. We're not happy with 3. We're not happy with 8 members. And what we need is a relaunch. So I want to talk to you guys real quick about what a relaunch looks like, all right? Number 1, you should include your core. Last week, I spoke on what your core group is. You want to make sure to include your core if you're going to talk about relaunching your meeting. All right. A relaunch is simply kind of a resetting of the dial, going back and doing all over what you should have done at the start, at the kickoff of your meeting. Back in, I think it was May the 1st, if I'm not mistaken, Tara Peterson spoke to us about growing your meeting, how to get to 55 members. And she mentioned that if you don't launch right, then you're going to be fighting and swimming uphill, against the current the whole time. So what you need to do is have a relaunch. And if you include your core in that relaunch, then your core will be a part of that process. You need to set a membership goal. You need to cast the vision. As the meeting leader, you are the one casting the vision. So if you want 20 members, if you want 25 members, if you want to hit 15 members, if you want 60 members, whatever it is, you are the one driving that thing. So set a membership goal. Say, guys, you know what? I want to have a new visitor day, and I want to relaunch. I want to get us having more members here. Look, the truth is more members mean more one-to-one meetings, and more one-to-one meetings lead to more relationships, and more relationships lead to more business, which is what we're all here for. So I'm encouraging everyone on the call that needs to have a relaunch, follow this step. Set the goal up. You cast the vision. You say to your core group over lunch or coffee or something like that, say, guys, I think we could easily be a 20-member chapter. Let's have a visitor day. Let's work hard to get 20 people there, 40 people there, 50 people there, and get our 20 members and show them what Networking Today can bring to the table for them. Raise a little bit of money, all right? if you've got 6 in your core group, ask everyone to pitch in 10, 20 bucks. All right. Get some Panera to promote the free breakfast. Get Panera, get coffee and bagels. And there's, they've got like this, roll plate, whatever they call it. I forget, sweet tray plate thing with apples and cherries and all that kind of stuff in it. Get all that stuff and then post it out there. Okay. Get out there, create a Facebook event. And what I want you to do is I want you to invite everyone in Facebook that you can get your hands on. And your core ought to be doing the same exact thing. Get your core involved in sharing this Facebook event. Everyone should be able to invite 25, 50 people. Really promote it. Really get out there. Text message those that are even closer to you. Excuse me. Those that aren't so close to you, send them an email. Say, I want you to show up to this event. But get out there, get social, get busy inviting. Not only that, ask every single member to promote it. Put it up on your slides as you're walking through your introduction. Tell them that you want to do this to improve the networking of the whole group, that you want everyone, including yourself, to get more business. This is how we do it. We get every single member, we get your core group, and we get everyone involved in the process. And the free breakfast from Panera doesn't hurt to get people there, I might add. But get out there. If you don't know how to create a Facebook event, let me know. We'll help you. But you've got to create a Facebook event and get everybody out there doing it. Now, attend other networking events to promote your day. If you've got an active chamber, like the Knoxville Chamber here in Knoxville is incredibly active, always having a business after hours, always having a morning coffee, always having some sort of event that I can go to and promote my visitor day. So get out there and get busy doing that. Offer a gift basket. This is one of the things that Tara Peterson talked about over there in St. Louis at our Chesterfield meeting on the call a couple of weeks ago. Give a gift basket. Let them know we're going to give a gift basket away valuing more than $250 or whatever you're throwing in there. Do a gift card. Ask your businesses in the meeting to buy a gift card and put their logo on it or staple their business card to it, or, you know, throw in a bottle of wine or a gift certificate to Ruth's Chris in your area or something like that. And that will draw people. People have to be at your meeting before you can introduce what Networking Today can do for them. I am saying to you that this gift basket is one more thing that is a valuable draw that you'll be promoting, inviting people to come to the meeting. Really important stuff here. All right. Now, before I go on to the next screen, these things some of you need to do. Look, let me say this to you guys. I said it to Alonzo Stanley's meeting in Murfreesboro, Tennessee last Thursday. I have never one time counted how many people are in my meeting. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't remember having 3 people when we started. What I'm trying to say, and by the way, that doesn't mean that I don't remember how many people were at Alonzo's meeting when I was at his meeting last week. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is we don't care about numbers at Networking Today. I'm not sitting here saying we're gonna close your chapter or you're not. You know, that's one of the benefits of being a part of Networking Today is we're not going to charter your location, or you're not actually a charter, meeting location until you hit 12, 15, or 20 plus members. That's absurd. Listen, as long as there are a handful of people meeting and calling themselves Networking Today and benefiting each other, I'm not going to close your meeting. However, let's face it, how many successful people are going to come to a meeting when there's only 3 or 4 people there every single week? Very few. I'm sorry, it's just true. And not only that, you don't want that for your business. You don't just want 3 people referring you. You want 20, 25, 30 people referring you, not just 3 or 4. So a relaunch can help you do that. And you need to get busy doing all this stuff, all right? These are all things that I helped cover with Alonzo this last week, and I do believe it'll help you as well. Believe me, I think a relaunch will help a lot of you. If you have questions, let me know, but get out there on Meetup, get out there at these locations, get active. Oh, here's one of the things I was going to say about the relaunch. Listen, Folks, you need to tell your group that when they're out prospecting and talking to business owners, they need to invite the business owners to the Networking Today meeting instead of trying to sell them on their products, services, or whatever. All right. Why would you do this? Because if you get them to come to your meeting, you can pitch that customer what you do and build a relationship with that prospective customer every single week. If you walk in and you're like me, you sell websites, and they say, no, we're happy with our website, that sale is done. However, if you go in and say, hey, I've got a meeting I want to invite you to, I just want to invite you out to it. I don't know if you guys network or not, but I wanted to invite you to come to my Networking Today meeting. That's all. And there's a lot of great businesses. See, by getting them to the Networking Today meeting, it allows you to sell them each and every week on what you do. And this is much more powerful than a one and done shot at it. Get them and get your members seeing the value in promoting your Networking Today meeting more importantly than promoting their own business. They can promote their own business at the meeting. That's key. All right. Anyhow, I'm going to move on, but the relaunch is really important for some of you, and I want to encourage many of you to do it if you're at a place where you're feeling kind of stagnant. All right. All righty then. New membership contest. We are going to give away a trip to Gatlinburg here in the backyard of Knoxville. Beautiful Gatlinburg in June, July. It's one of the most gorgeous travel places on all the planet, if you ask me. And it's not just because it's in my backyard, I might add. You've got Dollywood, you've got Splash Country, you've got all sorts of things. It's very family friendly. There's all sorts of things to do. There's indoor water parks, go-karting, golf, mountain climbing, waterfalls, sightseeing, etc., etc., etc. The dining, I'm telling you, you've got good restaurants in your area. I know you do, but I'm telling you, you will not feel disappointed in the dining experiences. There's plenty of great food, pancake breakfast, steak dinners. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. So we're going to give away a trip to Gatlinburg or $500 cash. Here are the details. So the Mountain Getaway membership contest is a 4-day, 3 nights in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, or you can pick $500 cash. Totally up to you, however you want to do it. The contest period will be from June 1st to June 30th. All right, we'll announce the winner the first business day after the month, and the first business day in July. We must hit 100 new members in order to qualify for this contest. If we do not hit 100 members, we'll have a consolation prize. All right. So there will be, we will still do a prize, and there will still be cash given away, but not this nice of a prize. Excuse me. But I am telling you that this is going to be fun. And frankly, guys, look, Networking Today has over 500 members. Okay. If every single member brought one member, we would hit 500 new members. Okay. Think about it. If 50 people brought 2, we'd hit the goal. This should be a absolute no-brainer for us. This is something to hit 100 new members in the month of June is very, very doable. But it's going to take you getting active about it. And it's going to take you really promoting this to your group and getting on them. You've only got 4 weeks to do it. So you got to start. You got to start now. Maybe you can see why using Fanzuma would be such a great idea. All those visitors, all those members need to know that now is the time to join. Now is the time to get active. Now is the time to invite those prospective members. Get busy inviting people June 1 through June 30. Have them join ASAP. Don't wait till last minute. Don't procrastinate. Get out there, set the goal, get 5, 6 new members at your meeting, and help your members win this trip. By the way, if you are a meeting leader, you still get to qualify as well. So even though you're not a paid member, so to speak, you're a paid member, but we paid you. But anyway, my point is, this is going to be fun. I want you to guys get involved. and the member that brings the most new members wins. It's flat out. Everyone, can work hard to get the most new members, and the person with the most wins the whole grand prize. All right. You say, so Rich, what happens if someone only brings one? What happens if someone only brings two? Okay, no problem. Tell you what, we're going to have the consolation prize winner, $100 cash, must have at least one new member to qualify. So every member that gets at least one new member is going to qualify to win the consolation prize. Does that make sense? So the person that brings the most new members is going to win either $500 cash or a trip to Gatlinburg. Okay? We're then going to do a random drawing of everyone that brought at least one new member, and they'll win $100. Make sense? This image will be finalized. This is not graphically as beautiful as I want it to be, so we'll have our graphic designer beautify this thing up a little bit, and we'll put it out there for you to start promoting it ASAP. But get involved in this thing if you don't mind. All right. That's it. That's it for the call. I thank all of you. I want you to book this call in your calendar. We do this every 2 weeks. I'm going to see you in just a couple of weeks. Confirm that all your information is correct on the website, on the app, and in Facebook. Make sure your information is right. It is your responsibility to make sure your meeting location, your day, your time, your name, your phone number, your email address, and all of the links are correct. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for all that you do. You are making a difference. See you again in 2 weeks. God bless everybody.